Hi, it's time to do the glass block activity, and we are talking about refraction. So I wanted to have you set up and do a little bit of a refraction activity to begin with. You're going to need to get some items, and the things that you're going to need are a piece of plain white paper. You're going to need one of the glass blocks, okay? And the glass blocks will be up on the front table. You need a protractor, okay, because we're going to have to be able to make measurements again. A ruler because we need to be able to draw some straight lines, and then of course a pen or a pencil to work with. Now, you're going to have to do 3 examples of this on the paper. So there's a couple of ways that we can do this, and what I'm going to say we'll do here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a straight line that goes all the way across the paper. Okay, it doesn't have to go all the way across, but I'm going to line it up here so you can kind of see. I'm setting the ruler up about 2/3 of the way, and I'm just going to draw a line. Okay, and then I'm going to use that glass block, and I'm going to line the glass block up so that I can get another line that represents the bottom of the glass block. Okay, and so you can see that I've lined it up. Here's my line, here's the glass block, here's the ruler, and so I'm making sure that my ruler is in place. Now I'm going to draw this line right here. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I'm basically putting it so that I have kind of 2 lines in between. Now I'm going to mark these as air, so it goes air for the top, glass, and then I'm going to have air again. And these represent the medium changes that are going to occur. So again, you can see kind of this is going to be air, this is going to be glass, this is going to be air again. Okay, so we're going to start by taking our glass block, and now you have to notice that the glass block has kind of 2 different edges. It's got this one edge that's kind of frosted, so you can't really see through it very well, and the other edge, which is more clear, and that's the one that we're going to see through and that we'll be able to look through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block and I'm going to set it down here, okay? And I'm going to make sure that the clear edges line up with the air sections, okay? Because we're going to have a ray that's going to pass in. In fact, let's put that ray on there first. Now this ray doesn't matter which way we're going to do it. We're going to just put it down here, and I'm going to put a line that's going to be at an angle. I'm going to make sure that I let everybody know that it's a ray going in. It's my incident ray, okay? And it's going in at some angle, okay? Then I'm going to put my glass block back. I'm going to slide that glass block into place. And I'm going to put it so that the incident ray is kind of on this edge, okay, this one edge of the glass block, so closest to this side, okay? And then I'm going to look through this. Now this is the tricky part. So you have to actually get down low enough so that you can actually look through this edge of the glass block. And you're going to see a line that's going to represent this ray. And this ray is my incident ray. And so now I'm looking for my refracted ray. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my ruler, okay, on the table here so that it looks like that ray is right in line with it. Okay? And then once I get that in place, hold it there, and I'm going to draw this line. Okay? There we go. So now I've got my 2 different rays. So I've got one ray here and I've got one ray here, and I'm going to put my arrow on it here too so that I know that that's coming out. Now I need to find the refracted ray that was in the glass, so the ray that was in the glass. It goes from this point here to this point here. So I'm just going to take my straight edge, and I'm going to add in my straight edge a line that connects the 2. Okay, so I'm going to get my line that connects the 2. So now I'm building this ray diagram, so you can kind of see that here's the incident ray, here's the ray that was in the glass, and then here's the ray as it comes back out of the glass again. Okay, so now I need to put in my normal line. Okay, and if you remember, normal line is always perpendicular to the surface, so I'm going to go ahead and use my ruler. I'm going to line it up so that one of my lines of my ruler is going to be straight on my edge of my glass block. Okay, and so that's going to be my normal line. And I'm going to have my normal line go all the way into the glass block, so it goes on both the air and the glass side. And I'm going to put another normal down here on the other edge of the glass. Okay, so I now have two normals, and I'm going to label this as normals. So they're marked as normal lines. So now you can kind of see how my diagram has changed a little bit. And now I'm going to measure the angles. So I'm going to look at this one. This is my incident ray. So this is going to be my angle of incidence. And then this is the ray that comes through and is refracted. You can see that it doesn't have the same angle. So I'm going to call that my angle of refraction. Now I'm going to measure those angles using my protractor. Okay, so we're back to a protractor measuring. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that protractor down on that normal line, and I'm going to see that I'm at 24.5 degrees for my incident ray. So 24.5 degrees, and this is my incidence. So I'm going to mark that. That's my incident ray. And then I'm going to have my refracted ray. Okay, mark that with my little arrow. Refracted ray. And I'm going to measure that angle. And that comes out to be 14 degrees. So that's 14 degrees. Now I'm going to measure that, and I'm going to look at this. If everything worked out right, this angle of refraction, that was the 14 degrees, should be the same angle down here as it exited the block, okay, because that's my new angle of incidence. Okay, and so I'm just going to double check to make sure that that came out to be 14 degrees as well. And sure enough, it did. Okay, so that's also 14 degrees. That makes sense because it's parallel lines being cut by a line, so that's a geometry thing. Now I'm looking at this angle right here. This is as it left, and so I'm going to get my angle of refraction as we left the glass block. And that came out to be about 20, comes out to be about 25 degrees. Okay, so now I have all my angles measured. So I measured my angles, labeled my angles, and now I've got the information that I need. This is going to go into a data table. You can put that data table right into your book. Again, we started a new page for this. This is refraction, so it's a page on refraction. You can put that table in, it's on the document, and then label the angles of that were in the air, in the glass, and then back in the air. And then we'll be able to write and draw some conclusions about this. Now, if we did this right, we've got one sample right here. We're going to do another sample next to that, but we're going to change the angle. So we need to make sure that we change the angle. So I'm going to put my ruler down here. I think I'm going to make this one less sloped angle, okay, or it'll actually become a greater angle of incidence. Okay, so I'm going to put that line in there. We bring the glass block in, and we just repeat what we did before. Okay, that's it.